Back tonight. Say October 19th. We don't know what time it is, but it's late. It's late. I haven't seen this cafe since after school demo. Here you go, sir. No more than a few minutes go by, and the waiter has already arrived with the light salad I ordered. He sets it just in front of me before shooting me a puzzled expression. Are you sure that'll be all for you today? Yes. Very well then, enjoy your dinner, sir. The waiter leaves the table as soon as he arrived, heading back into the main building. I'm not spending any more here than I have to. It's only one thing I really came for. Surveying the exterior, I spot a man at the far corner, seated next to two women. His gaudy attire, coupled with a myriad of tattoos around his neck, confirms that he's just the guy I'm looking for. So, how's the dinner, ladies?
It's like so good. I know, right? There's so many options here. It was like so hard to choose one.
Well, eat as much as you'd like. It's all on me. He flaunts a wad of cash in the air, prompting the two women to scoot closer to him. That much money could easily put a dent into the extra 40% I owe this month. And yet here he is, waving it around like pocket change. How careless. It's as if he's wishing to have a target on his back. Doesn't exactly help him that his father was in charge of that massive drug operation either. Looks like he's got no other choice but to learn the hard way, huh? For the next half an hour, I slowly take bites out of my food, watching as the three of them converse over a number of trivial topics. Once they get up to leave, it'll only be a matter of time before I can intercept them. Another 20 minutes go by, and by this point, I've just about finished up the entirety of my salad. They're still going on and on about such useless shit. I can't stand having to hear it all. After spotting my waiter close by, I signal him down for the bill right away. I'll look suspicious sitting here alone without something on my plate. I should just wait outside. Just as I'm getting up to leave, I overhear them mention that drug causing me to turn back over my attention. I have a bunch pack at my place. If you ladies want to keep this night going.
As long as it's not like that cheap stuff. Yeah, I heard some people get really bad migraines from that.
Oh, come on. When have I ever gotten to cheap on you girls? I only got the highest quality shit back at my place. I wouldn't sell for anything less than the absolute premium. For someone whose father died no more than a day ago, he really has no care in the world. I won't feel so bad about this time then. So bad about it this time, so said. I stand just outside, awaiting the trio's exit from the restaurant. Not many of the streetlights around are lit. God, I cannot read this morning. Not many of the streetlights around are lit, allowing myself the cover to slip into a jacket and pull a beanie over my head. Thankfully, due to his avid use of social media, it wasn't hard at all to track him down to this exact location. Not even that far from the house. I really got lucky with this find. You know, for once I feel prepared for the occasion, but even I know there's really no getting used to this. Come December, it'll all be over. There won't be any more debt to worry about. That's what I want to believe, at least. My place is just a walk away. There'll be no need to catch a train. They're on the... Did he say they're on the move? He probably said they're on the move. They're on the move. Yeah. Making sure to keep a distance of around 4 to 5 houses, I start to follow the trio. Their idle chit-chat makes it easy enough to simply keep them right within eyesight. They aren't able to hear my footsteps, nor would they have much of a reason to check behind them. They're walking in a pair of 3, after all. Sounds safe enough, especially if it's just a short walk they have ahead of them. After some time spent walking, however, it's hard to find an opportunity to strike. There's so many houses around that any commotion aside will surely catch their attention. There are so many houses around. I at least need to take out his two companions before anything else, but doing so will provoke him to immediately yell for help. That wouldn't be ideal, now would it? It'll be better if I wait until we get to the house first. That way there will be as little of a chance as possible that any passerby will notice or witness anything. Hell, if I remember correctly, there's a police station just nearby. One wrong move and they'll be here in an instant. That means I have no other choice but to act decisively once we get there. Nearly 10 whole minutes pass, and I notice a car drive just past us. I wait until it fully clears the gap between us before ducking behind a bush. The sound of their footsteps slowly comes to a halt, the pattern of which leads me to suspect one of the girls noticed something, causing the group to stop as well.
What did you stop for? Huh? Oh, it's just... There's some homeless guy over there.
Peeking through a gap in the leaves, I notice the one she's pointing attention to, attention Tuvo is some dude sitting across and just ahead of from where I am. She must have saw him within the reflection of the car's rear windshield, just as I was suspecting one of them too.
A homeless guy, ugh. I thought this area would have, like, higher standards. What is someone like him doing here?
That's a bit harsh, ain't it? Eh, like that matters. It wasn't me they spotted, so why do I care? There's no need to waste your attention on him, girls. We're only a minute away. Now, come on, let's go. I wait for a moment, allowing them to gain some amount of distance before resuming the pursuit. That guy said the house was only a minute away. Looks like I'm going with that plan after all. Well, here we are, my humble abode. He motions his arms in an extravagant manner as the trio comes to a stop in front of a rather average-looking house, at least for the area, that is.
Do you have to, like, be such an idiot about it? Yeah, talk about being tacky.
How about we head inside? Of all the houses in the area, this one seems to be the only one with its lights off. I believe it's safe to assume no one else will be inside. It is lights off. That said, I think now is the best time to confront him. The guy reaches into his pocket, pulling out a set of keys. I use the noise distraction of the keys clanging against each other to approach them. So, ladies first.
Huh.
Both girls enter the house right as I'm stepping my way up to the porch. His eyes stay fixated on them, so much so that he doesn't even take notice of me. That's when he goes to close the door. Well, what the? Pardon my intrusion. He tries to force the door closed, but my foot jammed between it and the door frame keeps it pried open. Without much effort, I push the door fully open, allowing me to step inside. Entering the house, the other two take immediate notice of my presence, partly due to the guy cowardly fleeing just past them.
Excuse me?
Who are you?
Hey, what the?
Sorry, but my business isn't with you two. I waste no time getting rid of the two liabilities. I don't need them making a scene. Turning my attention back to the man, I see he hasn't made it all that far in. In fact, he's even running straight at me, armed with what looks to be an umbrella. Rah! I catch the umbrella right before it can strike the top of my head. Let's end this quickly. Concentrate. Oh, do I gotta press buttons? Hold on a second. I didn't know there were QTs in this now. Hope you saved. I didn't. I didn't even know QTs. Hey, okay. You can't just sneak up on me with QTEs. I mean, God, that W was hovering there for so long. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, dear viewer. I had like my light off behind me, so I couldn't even see my keyboard to find the W key to press it quickly enough. Oh well. So I guess that's what they meant about like the difficulty settings in the menu. It's like, okay, well, we get to skip back up to there. Jeez Louise. So now we actually have to actually like do the fighting ourselves. Good grief. We have to try and stuff. Fair enough, the Rising Knight. I guess they didn't add any QTEs to the earlier parts because I feel like the game would have stopped me for those prompts. Oh well, whatever. We'll get there. It won't take that long. There weren't even any like choices to stumble on or anything, so. I'll be ready this time. Just you wait. Blah blah blah, our guardian beats us up. You know, if you're gonna have a thing like that, it's possible to fail and the player's just not expecting it. Maybe, like, have it call up the save menu or prompt them to save, just in case. So this exact scenario doesn't happen, you know? Like, geez. We get inside, we knock the girls down, and then, okay. Oh, the skipping was too quick. With his grip still held firmly on the umbrella, I pull it inwards to sock him right in the jaw, almost knocking him down on the ground. Okay, I'm gonna drop the save right now. There we go, I saved. Just in case we somehow mess it up even more. Yeah! Get the hell out of my house! The guy runs towards me once again, this time without anything to use as a weapon. Good grief, he's making a lot of noise too. I need to press buttons. Hold on.
Good.
I need to end this now. After dodging his own punch, I swiftly returned with a knee to his lower chest, knocking the wind out of him. Even still, he remained standing. Let's get this over with. With one last backhand to the side of the head, he's knocked down on the floor entirely. Just as weak as his father, who would have guessed? Note, all future QTE segments will depend on the selected difficulty located within the settings menu. This setting only impacts the speed at which you'll need to react in order to successfully complete the QTEs, and not the number of events that appear. Normal is the recommended difficulty. However, if you're up to the challenge or would prefer a more relaxed approach instead, feel free to explore the settings and pick the difficulty that best suits you. Yeah, see, now this would have been a good prompt to have before the QTE, and be like, hey, would you like to save? Why would you do these in reverse? I firmly press my foot down on the I firmly press my foot down on the upper part of his chest as the guy continues to groan in pain. How about we make this quick, shall we? First, I want you to confirm something for me. You're Sagawa's son, am I right?
Aye.
That's not an answer. Although I suppose I did just knock the wind out of you, so I'll give you a moment.
The fuck do you want, man?
Oh, you can talk. Then how about you answer my question for me? That wasn't a request.
Gah!
I can see the visible pain in his face grow as I stamp my foot on the lower half of his chest. He isn't like most people I have to deal with. There's no doubt he'll break, if not to be cooperative, then for his own sake. Sure enough, his groans eventually turn into stammers as he attempts to answer my question.
Yes, I am.
About time. Now then, I want you to tell me what all you know about him.
What do you mean?
I'm sure you know what I mean. That job of his, what do you know about it?
Your job? He was just an office worker. He got his hobbies, but that's really... That's really all I know.
Don't you play dumb with me. I overheard you mention violet ice. He happened to be quite proficient in producing it, you know. While imitations commonly circulate around the city at a relatively cheap price, his operation was known to produce on only the top shelf of the drug. And here you are, loaded with a stack of cash and with nothing but the highest quality shit. You expect me to believe you had no knowledge of any of this?
He just brought stuff back home. I didn't know anything about that operation or whatever. And the money, that's just allowance he's giving me so I can live here. That's all, I swear. Ah!
I kneel down, reaching into his pocket in search of his wallet. Having just broken a rib or two of his, it's not like he's able to resist. Grabbing it out, I searched through it before coming across a business card, just like I thought. You didn't know about his operation, and yet you seem to have this in your possession. It's got a gold trim to it. I don't see many of these around, you know.
Ah!
You were a premium member of theirs. With a father involved in that operation, it would only make sense for you to be. The sooner you answer my questions, the sooner I'll leave you be. But that can't happen unless you stop lying. So how about it?
Get.
He ran this operation specifically within this end of the city. Why would he choose to limit himself when the quality of work was as profitable as it was? Coincidentally, the district he chose happens to be under the full control of the Seno clan, and that's without mentioning the dragon tattoo on his right shoulder, a common sign of one being associated with the Yakuza. But he supposedly wasn't. That's what can be told by their records, at least. Why is that?
Why does it matter if he was or wasn't? He's dead. You're not a police officer, nor do you look the type to be involved with a rival distributor. Why do you care about him so much?
In truth, I no longer care about him or his operation. That all fell apart the day he passed. However, assuming there was even a slight chance his son could take it over, and was also involved with the Yakuza, that had ended me up right back at square one. I could just get rid of him now, but I'd rather avoid getting my hands dirty. In any case, he's too incompetent to run an operation of that scale from what I gathered. I look down at the palm of my hand, my eyes lingering on the interior of the wallet as I think to myself. I'd be lying if I were to say Sagawa's involvement in the Yakuza didn't intrigue me, however. If I could just get that answer out of him, I'm willing to bet it'll prove useful to them. My guardian may even retract the increase in debt. Add the money in this wallet here, and I'll be able to pay off the rest in no time. He flaunted it around so carelessly back at the restaurant. I doubt he'll really miss it.
What are you...
Oh, right, him. That's none of your concern. Are you going to answer the question or not?
All right. You see,
There's someone outside. I look back to the man, whose eyes have lit up as well. Shut up, 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 shut up! While the guy desperately attempts to speak up, my hands remain firmly pressed against his throat, preventing him from doing so. The more he resists, the harder I press down. It doesn't take long at all until his face starts to grow pale. Hey, is anyone home? Hmm? I'm telling you, man, that noise complaint was bogus. The lights aren't even on inside. Maybe they meant the house over. Maybe. Whichever it is, it doesn't look like anyone's home tonight, so I guess we got no choice, do we? I continue holding the man down, waiting for the automated light outside to shut off before releasing it. His face is damn near void of any color, with his eyes halfway to being closed. I attempt to scream for help again. I won't be as willing to let go next time. He's out cold. Something tells me he won't be up for answering any questions anytime soon. I could try and wake him up. No, with those officers around here, I really shouldn't risk it. There's also no telling when those girls will get up. I should just take my leave while it's still safe to do so. I stand up, pocketing the man's wallet and briefly searching the area for anything else I could take along. Only their jewelry is small enough to take with me, so I'm unfortunately forced to stick with that. Besides, I need this more than they do. Alright, well that is as good a place to call it as any for now, because I need to get ready to go to work. I was recording this before leaving. Oopsies. I really should record on Sundays like I usually do, but that's going to do it for now, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more of The Rising Knight. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.